Okay, guys, I'm back. Like I told you, I just had to clean up a little bit. So now what we're going to do now, we're going to stuff the shells. So you have your shell. And these shells came out so great. So we're going to stuff them with the stuffing, the crab meat stuffing. Just enough to fill up the shell. You know, you don't want to overstuff it because, of course, presentation is everything. And just think about how much stuff you will have left over for the next batch. So we're going to just go ahead and just stuff the shells. It's just so great. And the reason why you try to cook the noodles al dente, because when you cook them al dente, it doesn't break up. So like they partially half cooked, and then that way when you stuff in your shells, you don't have that problem, because when you let shells sit, they soften anyway. So you don't want them to be too bad. So this is how the stuffed shell would look. So, and you can, if you want over topping, just put just a little more. Don't overdo it. Because remember, you got to sprinkle cheese on top. And you're going to give them a little bit of space inside of the pan. Because they need to breathe and they need to open up and they need to actually melt. Because remember, after all, what you got in here is cheese. And what does cheese do? Makes everything swell. So, yep, we're going to go ahead and stuff these here. And normally, I'm cooking for me. So, it's fine. But if I'm cooking for someone, always wear your cooking gloves. No matter what. And I'm not talking about latex gloves. I'm talking about cooking gloves. Because latex has powder. You never want to cook with that. Cook with cooking gloves. It's just plastic gloves. Really sheer plastic gloves. Because you don't want all that stuff in somebody's food. So we're going to just go ahead and continue to stuff these shells. Just look kind of fun doing it, doesn't it? Kind of really great just stuffing them. I'm enjoying it myself. Believe it or not, this is my first time trying stuffed shells. I read it, I watched videos on it, and I was just like, that's a great concept, but I'm going to throw my flair in it. But still a great concept. Oh yeah, look at this here. Ooh, these shells look good. Makes you want to eat it raw. We greedy. The Boyd family, we love some crabs. I'm going to tell you that much. We will eat crabs morning, noon, and night. Doesn't matter. We love them. My boo tell me all the time, you is a crab. You might well just go on and live in water. I'm like, guess what? Most crab lovers, real true crab lovers, are swimmers too. They love everything about the water. Ironic, right? So we got our crab stuff. I'm just stuffing away. Don't that look so nice and lovely and pretty? So I got these few stuff. I'm gonna rinse my hands off, of course, because I got the other crab stuff, and I'm gonna put the last coating on these so you can see them, and I'm gonna put them in the oven because I got a few more to stuff, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. So right now I'm just rinsing my hands, washing my hands. I already told you before, always wash your hands. Keep your prep area clean at all times. Never mix poultry and salads. Keep meat away from everything you're using. So when you're making a salad, make just a salad. Nothing should be there. When I mean nothing, I mean no meats, no nothing. When you prepare meat, only thing should be on that counter is meat. And before you put anything else on there, make sure you sanitize that counter. So now that we got a few of these stuffed shells, I don't want to tilt my pan too much, and because I want you to see it. But I'm just going to put the final touchings on them so you can see how that looks. So we're going to put the cheese topping just a little bit. Sprinkle it with that. You don't want to overpower it. And I'm going to let you take a great look at this, and then I'm going to finish stuffing the rest of them so you can see. Oh, these things are going to be so delicious. It's gonna, I can already taste it now in my mouth. It's just pouring down. The droolings is pouring down out of my tongue right now. They look so beautiful. Food should always look beautiful and grand at all times. Why you think you eat it? Because of the presentation more so. If the food look out of place, disarranged, it just look like, oh my God. It's one thing, like, it's nothing wrong with a sloppy looking sandwich because you be like, ooh, that sloppy sandwich, but the presentation is great. Or whatever. It depends. Sometimes the presentation plays a big part of a lot of things. If it doesn't look good, to you, it won't taste good. And it probably tastes good, but the presentation of it, it is what it is. All right. Just want to wash my hands up one more again. Okay. Give me a paper towel and dry my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sprinkle just a little bit more parsley just for coloring on top of these. Because just you always want your food to look pretty. And you can, if you want to, you can sprinkle a little bit more Old Bay. When I say sprinkle a little, just a little. Don't overpower it because the cheese is going to do its job. And then I just use the spray butter. I'm okay with the spray butter because I already use real butter. This spray butter is going to make sure it turns golden brown. Now I'm going to pull this camera so y'all can get a good look at how they're going to look. So let me see here. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to switch it over. Hey.